Hello, this is Lyrelion and welcome back to All the Mods 9 here at Hack the Planet. Today we're going to be taking a look at my ore processing system. I use a combination of Occultism and Ars Nouveau to process my ores, and I'm going to show you one way that you can combine those two mods together to take care of your ore processing needs. So we're going to start here. You can see I have the dimensional mine shaft with a master miner merit in it. Right now he's at 5 durability, so he's not actually functioning at the moment, but I can repair him pretty easily. What the dimensional mine shaft does when you have a miner merit in it, or a miner, any demon miner, it will produce ores. Merit is the highest quality, so it produces the rarest and greatest quantity of ores. And what this system does, it's going to pass it through this transporter here into the storage chest here on the left. These are the ores that are being brought in by that miner, or I might have dropped some off from other places in my inventory. Next we have the turret system. This first spell turret is set up with the touch place block. This one is set up with touch delay, break, luck ×4, and item pickup. Normally you would have a source jar behind them. I do have creative source jars at this point, so I don't have to worry about replenishing source, but normally you would need a source supply coming to these turrets to keep them going. So what this system is going to do when I turn it on in a minute is this is going to place a block from this chest, and then this is going to break after a second, going to break that block that is placed with fortune and place it into this chest here. From there, our little gray starbuncle here is going to pick up the items in that chest, and he's going to bring them and deposit them in this chest here. Once they are in that chest, this starbuncle is going to take them from that chest and hand them to the Merid Crushers. Merid Crushers are another demon from Occultism. They multiply ore by 6 times, and then they basically just throw it on the ground. Once they throw that on the ground, this little guy here is going to pick up anything that's in the area and deposit it in this chest right here. And finally, this guy right here is going to take anything that is in that chest that is smeltable, because he is set to place it here in the smelting factory. So starbuncles are smart enough to recognize that they can't place certain items there, so anything that's in this chest that is not smeltable will stay in the chest until I move it out manually. I do use a smelting factory from Mechanism simply because it can smelt 7 stacks at a time, and that speeds things up a little bit when I'm dealing with the volumes of ore here in All the Mods 9. So let's turn the machine on. You can see what it looks like when it's running. We've got a little redstone circuit behind here running these pistons that just move back and forth, which causes the turrets to fire every time the redstone passes underneath them. And you can see how the starbuncles are just moving everything around as they go. If I want to smelt things at a faster pace, I do have a secondary option here that I can do by hand. This is referred to as the fall-assisted runic thermal smelter, or as we like to call it at ours, the FARTS system. Basically, you've got a rune here that is the smelt glyph followed by a bunch of pierced glyphs, so that it will smelt up to 32 items at a time when they come in contact with it. You can see I've got a double rune here, so there's a rune on top and a rune on bottom, so that 32 plus 32 is 64, so this can smelt an entire stack at once. Then the rune down here is set to pick up anything that lands on it and place it in the inventory below, and that will just pass back into the inventory. I've got another wormhole down underneath here. So anything that I want to smelt quickly, I place in this little barrel up here. You can see I've got some iosnium dust. And when I press the button, it's going to drop it down from that barrel. It's going to drop down the chute through the runes and land on the pickup runes. So you can see it smelts the entire stack at once. It's just a faster way of smelting things when I'm in a hurry. But for the most part, I just kind of let everything passively go through the system over here. And that is just a simple way of combining the Occultism and the Ars Nouveau magic to process ores. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.